Draft day, y'all. Let's get it. Yo, salute to everybody already here in the building, man. Y'all know what time it is. Welcome to the latest installment of Coffee and Convo. I am your host, Graphk Raider, man. Salute to the greatest chat in YouTube history. I see all my people, Punchy, Ruthless, Zay, all my members, all my non-members. I just want to say I appreciate every single one of you guys. Make sure you wipe them feet, meaning hit them thumbs up. If you're not subscribed yet, man, make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. It is the day today. It is Christmas Day, you guys. Round one of the NFL draft. I'm actually waiting for my lift. It'll probably be here in about an hour or so. I thought I was leaving earlier, you guys. I fumbled, man. I fumbled. I thought I was landing in Detroit at 2:30 p.m. I'm actually landing at 7:30 p.m. I get there 30 minutes before the draft ends. The draft begins. So I'm going to have to get on my road runner shit when I get to Detroit, man. But it's all good, though, man. I thought I'd do one more live before we get to round one. Big day for our organization moving forward, you guys. I'm hyped. We're going to do some predictions here. We're going to do some cover some news, some rumors. It looks as though the quarterback carousel is starting to we're kind of starting to see where these guys may be headed going into tonight's draft, man. So we're going to talk about all that, man. Salute to the 300 plus people in the building, whether you're watching on Twitter or YouTube. I appreciate you guys. As always, salute to Todd, my dog in the building, man. Yes. Raider Ryan's in the building. I got you. Hey, bro, don't rush too much. Be safe, hombre. Salute to you. My dog, Devontae Adams, in the building. That boy better get that 40 time working after that flight. Bro, I'm about to be out of there, man. You know what I mean? I already got, I can't say I already have a lift ready because I don't know if I'm going to get there early. I don't know if I'm going to get there a little late because of the flight. But, hey, we'll be there regardless, man. And we're going to make sure we're going to be covering tonight the first round. We're going to be covering the second and third round tomorrow. So stay tuned. Jose, it starts at 8 o'clock Eastern p.m., 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific. Ratchet, I'm still in Dallas, brother. I'll be heading out to the airport here in like the next hour or so. Let me see. Who's your nightmare pick, man? I'm going to be real with you, brother. Like, I don't really have a nightmare pick. You know what I mean? Like, as weird as it is, man, I kind of trust that these guys are going to get it right. You know what I mean? And there's three names that I've pinpointed at 13, and we can kind of get into it already. And we've talked about these guys over and over since the offseason began. Fuaga, that is my guy at 13. I do believe we're going to end up going right tackle, but if not, Wynyan Mitchell. My favorite corner in this draft would definitely be one of them ones at 13. I can still see us taking a flyer on a corner at 13. And then Michael Penix. But I do believe that Tom Telesco still wants to somehow, some way, trade up from the second round back into the first to find his signal caller, whether that be Michael Penix Jr. Or a Bo Nix. I don't know, but I'm assuming that the plan is to stand pat at 13, take the highest player on their board, which I hear Fuaga is very high on their board. I'm hearing Wynyan Mitchell was at the top of their board. You know what I mean? And then you can try and get back into the first without really giving up a shit ton of draft capital, i.e. moving up for Jaden Daniels or one of those top quarterbacks you know what I mean, and giving up mortgaging your future to do so. So I'm still keeping an eye on Fuaga. I'm keeping an eye on Quinyon Mitchell, and I'm keeping an eye on Michael Penix Jr. Those are the three guys that I am looking at 13, and I'm not going to waver from that. I've kind of stuck with those three names at 13, but I don't really have a nightmare scenario. I think Bo Nix would be a nightmare at 13 because I think you can get him in the later on. You can get him in the second round, maybe, you know what I mean? But I think Bo Nix would be a reach at 13, and I know that Tom Telesco likes Bo Nix, but I think that would be a reach. If I had to pick a nightmare scenario, it'd be going Bo Nix at 13. Salute to Philip, man. Praying for greatness, returning to the nation, man. Salute to my guy, Philip, man, on the $2 donation. I'm with you, King. I am with you, brother. Salute to you, man. Salute to Patrick B on a $20 special. My guy is in the building. I do believe we finally have an office that won't reach on picks in the first couple rounds. I agree with you, Patrick. I do, man. And I'm going to be real with you, man. I don't think that we reached last year. I think that Tyree Wilson was one of the best defensive players in the draft, and I don't think we reached. I don't. I think pretty much everyone had him as a top 10 pick. We just ended up getting him coming off of an injury, you know what I mean, not really getting too much time out there in training camp and, you know what I mean, just watching him kind of try and learn on the fly, you know what I mean? But I don't think we reached last year. I don't. I think that, you know, we took a player high that we thought, you know, would elevate that DE room, and, you know, other things happen. It is what it is. But the previous regime, I am with you, Patrick. Definitely, man, the Jonathan Abrams of the world, you know, we can keep going, man. The Alex Leatherwoods of the world. Yes, we have definitely reached in previous drafts. But I do think that Tom Telesco is going to stick to what he knows. He's going to get the best player available on his board at 13. And I don't think there's any reaching at this point. Salute to my guy, Patrick B, man. Hug, I am not in Detroit yet, brother. Apparently, my flight was later than I thought. So I'll be leaving here in about an hour, heading to the airport. So Waste is going to be out there waiting for me for about 5 hours. It's nasty work. It's nasty work, man. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. I'll be out there soon. Salute to my dog, one of the Mild Fathers. Hug D's in the building. We need to make a splash. Joseph, let me ask you, what does that mean in your eyes? Because the only thing that I can see at this point, and salute to my brother David Zahn in the building also, the only reach that I can see, I mean, a splash I can see is moving up to go get a Jaden Daniels. At that point, I don't really know what else a splash is at this point. Well, give me, you know, your idea of a splash, because at this point, it looks as though the Commanders are going Jaden Daniels. It looks as though New England has their eyes set on and their hearts set on Drake May at 3. And then it's kind of just a waiting game at that point, seeing if Minnesota is going to move up for J.J. McCarthy, or maybe even the Giants try and reach out to New England, which I'm hearing that they're interested in Drake May also. So that's a sneaky team to keep an eye on there at 5 that may try and move up to 3 to get Drake May, because they're not sold on Daniel Jones at this point. So there's going to be a lot of moving and shaking today, you guys. A lot of moving and shaking. It's going to be very exciting. I can't wait to be out there in person to watch this draft unfold. There's going to be a lot of shocking moves today, you guys. The thing is, though, I think that our Raiders are not going to be a part of that. If anything, we'll trade back up into the first round, or we'll trade back, you know, into the first round and pick up some extra draft assets. But I don't think there's any shocking moves from our Raiders at this point. I think that the Commanders have their hearts set on Jaden Daniels. And at that point, I don't think there's really any splash moves for us to make unless someone drops, you know what I mean, i.e. a Drake May or, you know, one of those type of players. Salute to my guy, Raider Pace in the building, man, on the $5 special. Salute. If I'm the Patriots and Jaden is there, I trade down to 13 with the Raiders or another team to get a couple first-round picks plus more, then get Penix. I can see that, Pace, but I'm going to be honest with you, man. I don't think, man, that they're going to do it. I think the Pats are going to stand firm at 3. They're going to take their quarterback of the future, whether it be Drake May or J.J. McCarthy, and I think that's where it is. You know what I mean? But, hey, man, if Jaden somehow, some way falls to 3, I guarantee you Tom Telesco's on the phone seeing what it is. But New England is going to want a haul moving from 13 to 3. So I don't think I think it's unrealistic at this point, Pace, to move up. Salute to my guy. Man, East Coast. So what happened was, brother, I think that I mixed up my flights. So, you know, you guys know I flew to Chicago about a month or so ago to go see Stu. I think I just had my times mixed up. I fly so much, whether it's to Vegas, Chicago, Indiana for the combine. I think I just got my times all mixed up. And then I booked another flight for Saturday to fly home. And I still have a flight to fly home from Detroit Monday also, just in case I want to stay. So I just had a lot going on. That's all it was. And I think I had the wrong times, man. Salute to Denny, my guy, man. You be Bo Jackson running through the airport. Be safe and have fun, brother. Raider Nation for life. Salute to my guy Denny on the $5 donation. I'm definitely going to be Bo Jackson in Seattle running through the locker room, man. Salute to my guy Denny, man. Salute to the 700 people in the building. It is draft day, you guys. I am excited. I can't even really, like I'm so juiced, man, for this draft today. I'm really hyped. I'm also excited. I get an opportunity to see my big bro Wasted out there in Detroit, and I get a chance to kick it with the nation out there, man. We're going to have some fun. Salute to Savage Raider. May Al be with us. Salute to you, Graphk. Safe travels. Salute to you, my brother Savage Raider. I appreciate you, King. Thank you so much. Salute to Nav, man, also on the $5 special. My dog. Happy draft day, nation. I'm pumped. Let's effing go. We will roll hot regardless of result as the best fans in professional sports without question. Nav, man, you ain't never lied, King. Salute to you, brother. Definitely. Whoever the pick is, I think we're going to be very excited about, what we got going on. But I think that, this is kind of an easier draft to predict. That man, like previous years, last year, a lot of us go get Jalen Carter. A lot of us trade up to go get CJ Stroud, right? I don't think that I think this is a more predictable draft for us today. Round one. Now, day 2, day 3 may be a little more unpredictable because we can make some moves. We don't know who's going to be on the board at that point. But I think today is going to be a lot more predictable with our Raiders. And like I said before, I named the 3 names, the Fuaga, the Michael Penix Jr., the Quinyon Mitchell. Keep an eye on those 3 names, maybe even a Terrion Arnold. Those are the names that kind of keep. I think this is going to be a very predictable first round, but maybe, just maybe, we move back up into the first if Michael Penix continues to drop, which would be phenomenal because then we can pick up our signal call in the future, in the 20-something range. I would love it, but I don't really think that this is going to be a crazy, unpredictable first round for us. I think that the names that have been talked about are the names that we are going to be interested in. But who's to say, man? Knowing us, we're the Raiders. We'll take Byron Murphy at 13. You never know. We'll take Rome Odunze. If Rome drops, I don't know. Maybe we do take a Brock Bowers, which would be shocking. But I think this is going to be a very predictable first round unless we move back into the first round. And even if we do, it's very predictable, right? We know where we're going at that point. It's going to be a quarterback. Salute to Devontae Adams. You got to book the flight before the blunt, Graphk. I know, man. I know, brother. I know, man. Slacking on my McIntay. I'm slacking on my McIntay. Salute to you, my brother, on the $2 donation. Salute to Hug, you guys. Wipe them feet, man. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed yet, man. Salute to AR. So if 3 isn't an option, and say Chicago gets Caleb, Washington goes with Drake or JJ, and the New England goes with either Drake or JJ, do you think there's a possibility at 4? Safe travels, be safe. I don't think that in any world, AR, that Jaden Daniels is going to fall to 4. I don't see it. And I don't even think that the Raiders allow him to fall to 4. If New England is there and and they really still don't have their heart sets, if this Drake May shit is just smoke, I think that they're going to call the Raiders, and they know how much we want him. They know how much that is of a fit, the reunion with AP and Jaden Daniels. I just think that they're going to try and work us for a bunch of future firsts, a second rounder this year, probably some future thirds, But I don't see in any world where Jaden Daniels falls to 4. But if he does, I'm telling you right now, Arizona's definitely opened up. They're opening up the phone lines. I know they have their hearts set on Marvin Harrison Jr. there at 4, but they have a lot of holes. They need a lot. They need a roster overhaul out there in Arizona. They can still get a great wide receiver, a wide receiver 1 at 13, and a bunch of additional draft capital. So if he is available at 4, we're definitely working the phone lines, but I don't think that in any world he'll be available there. Salute to my guy AR, man. Appreciate you, brother. Salute to Rosetown native. I trust Telesco and AP will hit. Salute to my guy Rosetown native, man. Appreciate you, brother. Salute, man. Love the Red Raider hat as well in your default picture, King. Salute. Richard says, Graphk, I heard the Eagles and Broncos have a trade in mind for the Eagles to get Mitchell. We will see what happens. Yes, this is the one team, Rich, that we have to keep an eye on because they are targeting a corner. And I can see Quinyon Mitchell being that guy of the future for the Philadelphia Eagles. This is such a Howie Roseman move. I can definitely see them moving in front of us to get Quinyon Mitchell because we like Quinyon Mitchell as well. And there's rumors of him being at the top of our draft boards. So I can see them moving up, Denver moving back, getting some extra second and some extra shit and taking Bo Nix there in the 20s range. I can see that. So keep an eye on the Eagles moving up right in front of us to end up getting Quinyon Mitchell, Denver trading back, picking up some additional draft capital and still taking Bo Nix there potentially in the first round. Salute to Richard, my guy. Salute to Mama. There goes that Raider. I believe we're building a great overall team. Is key part of that is having a solid quarterback at the helm of it, but also players who fit this culture. MPJ, salute to my guy, man. Appreciate you, brother. And I agree with you. I think Michael Penix Jr. fits the identity, fits the mold. He fits everything that a Raider is, man. You know, a hard worker, a grinder, one of the, a guy that overcame a shit ton of obstacles, overcame a shit ton of deficits, injuries, transferring from school to school. I definitely think that he fits the billing of a Raider. I totally agree with you. Salute to you on a $5 donation. Wipe them feet, y'all. He said, Walt's still on the clock. Salute to Chris, man. My prediction is Vikings. I can see that. Nah, man, I can definitely see that because Arizona needs a shit ton of talent on that roster. I can see Minnesota moving those 2 first-round picks, going up to 4 and getting J.J. McCarthy, and he'll end up being the guy of the future for them. I can see it. I can definitely see that. Salute to you, man. Salute to Joe, my guy, on a $20 donation. If we can't trade up for Jaden Daniels, you got to take Penix at 13. I know some will say it's a reach, but if you believe in a quarterback, then you got to get that quarterback. I'd rather reach for Penix than settle for Joe Milton. And I've always been on that. I stood firm on that, Joe. I agree with you, brother. If he is the guy, right? If they are sold on him to be the guy of the future, take him at 13. But if you feel you're working the phones, you kind of, playing it by ear, and you feel that Michael Penix can potentially drop, why not get some extra draft capital for him? You know what I'm saying? Or just say, you know what? That is our guy. That's our guy, right? Let's get our right tackle of the future for Waga there at 13. And then let's just move a couple picks and move back into the first round, which some of those teams in the 20s range will do that. They'll say, you know what? We'll take some extra draft capital and pick at the beginning of the second, and you can take our first. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, Joe, remember this. If you take Michael Penix Jr. there at 13, who was going to be his right tackle? Who's going to be the blind side guy, to protect his blind side there, in Las Vegas? That's the thing you have to worry about. So if you pass on all those top right tackles, are you going to trust potentially a Blake Fisher or a Frank Crum in the later rounds or one of those second wave, third wave tackles to protect him? That's the scary thing about taking Penix there at 13. You still have to identify the right tackle position. You know what I mean? So me in a perfect world of Citizens Day 1, you take your right tackle at 13, you move back up, you get Michael Penix, boom. You have your right tackle, you have your quarterback of the future, and then we can fill in the holes, wherever we are, wherever we're drafting moving forward, without whatever picks we gave up to do it. You know what I mean? Salute to Joe, though. I appreciate you, brother, on a $20 donation. Salute to Dante Wilder in the building. If we can't get J5, I pray we get someone who fits. Salute to you. Salute to Dirty Eric, my guy, man. What's the most you give up to move to pick 2 or move 3? Look, Dirty Eric, I'm going to be real with you, brother. It's not going to happen. I don't see it happening. But if we do have to move up, Commanders are not moving off the number 2 spot. Adam Peters is standing firm. The GM said we're not moving out of round 2. Round 3, the pick 2, not round 2. But pick 3, you have to look at it from a standpoint of it's probably going to be 3 first rounders, probably be a second this year, maybe a future third. It's a lot. But I'm going to move forward with this and say, Eric, I don't believe it's going to happen. I think that those 3 teams are going to pick their respective quarterbacks of the future, and we're going to stand pat at 13. Salute to my guy, man. And draft day. Let's go, nation. Salute to my guy on a $2 donation. Salute to Potbelly. Enough rumors, enough speculation. I'm ready to see what we do tonight. I agree, fam. I agree, man. I'm excited to see what we do here. But I can almost, if I'm a betting man, Potbelly, like I said before, I know it's rumors, I know it's speculation. I'm assuming that we're going right tackle or corner there at 13. I got Fuaga 1A, Quinyon Mitchell 1B because that's my favorite, corner in this draft. And I'm assuming that they still want to find a way to move back up to get Michael Penix Jr. Salute to Verbal. If the top 3 teams draft quarterbacks, think any one of those teams are having a better record than the Raiders in 2024, you see something similar to the Texans. I don't. The Commanders didn't have a roster built like the Commanders. This is, Dan Quinn's first year there. This is Cliff Kingsbury's first year there as the OC. It's going to take a little time, a little bit of adjusting out there. I don't think that they're going to be ready. The Chicago Bears, though, Verbal, I think that if I had to pick a team out of those 3 teams, the New England Patriots, which I think they're going to be dreadful this year, the Commanders, I don't think they're going to be good at all. I go with Chicago because they got Keenan Allen, star wide receiver, DJ Moore, star wide receiver, Cole Kmet, a rising star at the tight end position. They'll probably end up taking another receiver at 9 or a starting right tackle there, or a tackle to, help Caleb Williams out there. I just think that the Chicago Bears have enough firepower to get it done. I think that they would be the team that if I had to pick a team to have a better record than us, it'd be the Chicago Bears. They have, Sweat out there on the defensive line, Jalen Johnson, star corner, out there on the perimeter as a corner. I just think that they have a lot of moving pieces. If I had to pick a team, it'd be the Chicago Bears. Salute to Victor, man. I appreciate you so much, man. Salute to all the new members in the building because of my guy, Victor. Salute. If you guys want to become a member, hit the link. It's pinned up top. One of the best ways to support what we do over here at OLV. Salute to my guy, Victor, and salute to all the new members. Edgar, that right tackle, he's not bad. I love Blake Fisher. I'm just saying he's a second wave type tackle. You know what I mean? Like, he's not one of those first wave, the Fashanu, the JC Lathams, the Fuagas. He doesn't fit that billing, but I do have him as that second wave type guy, and he's not bad at all. I think he's really good. Salute to my brother Hug D's in the building, man. Chat is always flying, my dog. You got 2 supers from the Mokes and Raider Pace. Oh, shit. Salute to you, brother. My apologies, you guys. Yeah, it's definitely flying right now. Let me look this up. Salute to my brother and my father in the building, Hug D's. Appreciate you on the $5 donation also. Let me see. I got wipe them feet while you at it, man. Salute to the Mokes, my dog. If we end up getting Penix, for the love of God, let us get a right tackle at 13 and move back up late in the round for him. I agree, Demokes. We are on the same wavelength, my brother. Salute to you. Salute to Pace. Also, just had an epiphany. Miller could play right tackle, right? Parham is better at right guard. Penix is a lefty. You think the Raiders? No, I don't. At the end of the day, Pace, Colton Miller's getting paid left tackle money. He hasn't played right tackle since UCLA, since he's came into the league. Nose ring, you guys. No booger. Nose ring, no booger. Since he's came into the league, he's been at left tackle. I don't think that they move him at all. I know a lot of people have mentioned that before, but Colton Miller is our left tackle. There's no real reason to move him to the right side, but that would be interesting if they did. I don't see it happening. Like I said, he's getting paid big time left tackle money. You know what I mean? But it'd be interesting because if they did, maybe you could see Parham, like you said, move to right guard, and then maybe you see Mumford over there at left tackle because he played really well over there. Last season when Colton went down with that shoulder injury. It'd be interesting, but no. I have him staying on the left side and us drafting a right tackle. Salute to Pace. Appreciate you, brother. And once again, I'm a little worried about Bengals' possibility trading up with the Broncos to take Fuaga right before we can. They need a right tackle. Salute to Pace. Man, they're having a whole bunch of problems out there in Cincinnati right now, man. It looks as though Trey Hendricks, the star defensive end, 29-year-old, had 17.5 sacks last year. It looks as though he's asking for a trade right now. If they do not give him an extension, he wants to leave. T. Higgins wants a trade. It looks as though they're going to keep him on the franchise tag. A lot of people are unhappy out there, man. But I'm going to tell you this, Raider Pace. I think that they're going to keep them on the contracts that they have, even though Trey Hendricks said that he would think about retirement if they didn't extend him. They have a lot of problems out there in Cincinnati. But one thing I think that they're trying to do this year is keep Joe Burrow healthy, which would be smart to continue to build that their offensive lineup, because they're going all in this year to win a championship because they know they can't continue to pay the likes of Trey Hendricks and T. Higgins and all those guys. So I hear you, brother. The Cincinnati Bengals can definitely use some O-line help. Salute to AR, my dog. Salute to the new member in the building because of AR Bowling, my dog. I appreciate you, brother. As always, salute to Cheese, man. I want Byron Murphy at 13. Let's build a defense that leads the league in 3 and outs and turnovers. We'll be able to prevent shootouts and take more chances on offense. swagger, boisterously. Look, Cheese, I love Byron Murphy, and I think that he could be the best defensive tackle in this class. But I think that it would be a bad move to take him at 13. You can still go get a Braden Fisk out of Florida State who fits what we do as well in the second round. If you're going to go get a defensive tackle, the earliest, second round for me. You know what I mean? Like, who's to say that Newton doesn't fall to the second round, which I can see Miami, if they don't take Xavier Worthy, which there's rumors of them wanting another speedster to add to Tyreek and Jaden Waddle. I can see them taking Newton to replace Christian Wilkins. But, man, I wouldn't go that early for a defensive tackle. I think that is the major strength of our team right now. And I think you can always find one of those guys in the mid rounds. I wouldn't reach on Byron Murphy. And what I mean by reach is the talent level is there, but we don't need his services at this point. Would I love to have Byron Murphy on this team? If he somehow fell to the second round, which he won't, I would love it. But I think that's a reach at 13, taking a defensive tackle, whoever it is. Salute to you, though, my brother. I hear you. We got to get a tackle. We got to figure out this quarterback room and figure out what we're doing as QB1. You know what I mean? Like, we have to figure that out first before we even think about adding another defensive tackle. Let me see. And Torque, you may be right. You may be right. There could be some other teams that potentially take him. You know what I mean? Like, I think New Orleans is where's New Orleans? You are they right before us or right after us? I think they're right after us, right? I think. Keep an eye on them. Maybe they try to get, Fuaga. I don't know. But I can definitely see Torque Fuaga going before 13. And if that happens, then maybe we just trade back, pick up some additional draft capital, or we take Quinyon Mitchell there or Michael Penix Jr. I'm going to be watching where Fuaga goes because that can dictate how we moving forward in the first round. Salute to Jacqueline, my sis in the building. I want Penix. I just hope he can handle pressure since he low-key struggled against Michigan after going undefeated in the regular season. Salute to you, Jacqueline. I think at the end of the day, man, I'm going to give this guy his flowers. He played against a stout defense. Michigan's offense was flowing. The run game was just, top of the top, top notch in the national championship game. I'm going to give Michael Penix a little breathing room with that national championship, man. The kid, played at a high level at Indiana, played at a high level all season long last year. At the end of the day, I think he'll be fine. But the big thing is, Jacqueline, you said pressure, right? That's why you go take your right tackle the future first and then attempt to trade up to get Michael Penix if he's available after 13. Salute to you, sis. I appreciate you. John, I thought I was the only person. I swear in my head, I just keep hearing dun, 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 on my mama. On mamas, I keep hearing that. Salute to you. I thought I was the only one. Yes, Rick, I'm about to leave here in about 45 minutes. I'll be out of here. I got my backpack packed up and everything. I will be gone soon. Let me see. Torque says, Graphk, look at the moves TT made in free agency, man. Only spots they didn't add was a DB, which I think we will shortly after the draft. And linebacker. That should tell you where they're looking at in this draft. Well, you're gonna get a corner regardless, but I still think that we add some additional help in free agency once the draft is up. I.e. Adoree Jackson, Stephon Gilmore, Xavier Howard, one of those guys, right? Or even Steven Nelson. A veteran guy that you can bring in that can start if need be. But I agree with you at the linebacker position. I think that they're smart to not approach that in free agency. Go get you some young blood at the linebacker position. All of our guys are on one-year deals. Spillane, Divine Diablo. I think the only guy that is that has a future contract at this point is Amari Burney. I think he's the only linebacker that's locked up for years to come. So, yeah, we're definitely going to get some linebackers in this draft, Torque, and I'm assuming we're going to get a few of them. Probably one in the first 7 rounds, and then get maybe 1 or 2 of them as UDFAs also. But I do believe we'll target 2 corners in this year's draft. I do believe that. I think we're going to go get a guy that can, a big body guy, whether it's, I said it before, Kyrie Jackson and Cam Hart, and then bring in maybe a guy that can potentially take a Meek spot, moving forward. We lost a Meek, we lost another corner that we liked a lot playing in the slot. Tyler, he went to Philadelphia. So I think we target 2 corners in this year's draft. And then we probably look at another one as a UDFA as well. Keep an eye on the young kid out of Maryland If he finds a way as a UDFA, we brought him in for a top 30 visit. I can see us going to get him as a UDFA or even getting him in the later rounds in the 6th or 7th round. Salute to LV Maximus, my dog in the building. One of my mob fathers, man. New Era says trade back. I wouldn't be against that. I wouldn't be against that at all. I definitely wouldn't. I wouldn't be against that. I like Tyler Guyton out of Oklahoma. And if you can trade back and pick up some additional draft capital and secure both those guys, maybe you're on to something, New Era. I like that. Salute to AD. And Matt, you're definitely right. We do like Terry and Arnold. But from what I'm hearing is, Quinyon Mitchell is at the top of their corner board. Actually, I'm hearing that he's probably at the top of their board. You know what I mean? So, but yes, we are high on Terry and Arnold. I think that at this point, though, we may be higher on Quinyon Mitchell. But Terry and Arnold just looks like an AP guy to me. So I don't know. I think maybe it might be a Tom Telesco like in Quinyon, AP like in Terry and Arnold, and they got to meet. A meeting of the minds got to meet each other in the middle somewhere. This might be the first draft where I wouldn't mind 3 to 5 players at 13. MPJ, Arnold, Mitchell, Fuaga, and Fashanu. Hopefully he can transition to right tackle. Salute to my guy, AD. That's what I love about this draft, AD, is that there's not really a wrong way to go. Like I said, I don't really see too many reaches at this point, you guys. There's a shit ton of talent. A lot of those names have been tied to us, and you can't really miss. You can't really miss, man, unless we just do some crazy shit, you know what I mean? And just very Raider-esque, and we just make a crazy move on a wide receiver or a tight end or something in the first round. I think that it's kind of easy to say that it's going to be a predictable draft for us in the first round, and those names are definitely targets for us at 13. Salute to AD on a $5 donation. Dan, I'm with you. I'm team Fuaga at 13. Agreed. And I love Quinyon Mitchell. You guys know how much I love Quinyon. That is my favorite corner in this draft. I've said it since day one. Him and then Kyrie and Cam Hart in those mid rounds. I would love if we could somehow, some way leave this draft with Quinyon Mitchell and Kyrie or Cam Hart. That'd be phenomenal. But I hear you. I definitely love Fuaga at 13. I think he fits what we need right now on our roster. The safest pick, I think, would be a Fuaga at 13 if he's still available. I think that's the safest bet for us. Steve, where you guys going to be at tonight? Let's link. Steve, we'll be at the draft. We'll be at the draft, and then I think that we're going to be hitting up the draft party right after. So hit me up, man. DM me, Graphk916 on Instagram, Graphk Raider on Twitter. DM me, brother. I'll definitely let you know where we are. But there's a few parties out there. We're going to be ripping and running all night. Salute to DeMarcus, my dog. Wipe them feet, man. Wipe them shit, y'all. Hit them thumbs up if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, man. What are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. Salute to my family, 11. How do you feel about Penix and Guyton? I just spoke on it, brother. 11, I like Tyler Guyton. I do. I think that he can be he's one of those guys that hasn't been mentioned a lot with those other big name JC Latham's and Fuaga and so on and so forth. I wouldn't have a problem trading back and securing Tyler Guyton. I don't have a problem with that. And I love Michael Penix Jr. You guys know he's been one of my favorite quarterbacks in this draft since last year. So I have no problem with either one of those guys. Salute to Paper Chase Mace. For real, salute to Graphk for doing it live and pushing out that content. Salute to my guy, man. Appreciate you, man. Salute to Mondo with that content. Salute. Let me see. Hey, Raider Ray, man. Vontae Mack, no matter what, man. Factory outlet. Salute to my brother Hug. For the sake of Jesus and that all is holy, can the Raiders actually pick correctly in the first round and get a monster? JJ excluded. Please. Praying. I got you, Hug. Praying with you, King. Salute to the mob father himself, my brother Hug D. Salute to Mike Downs, my dog. Appreciate you, brother. If you guys want to become a member, like my brother Mike Downs, which I know he was a member previously, hit the link. It's pinned up top. One of the best ways to support what we do over here, man. Salute to Nav, man. OLV, I love Penix, but I'm wondering how many of the staff or current players are familiar with the LH, with the left-handed quarterback. Might make sense to get another Husky O-lineman or wide receiver later in the draft if we go get MPJ. Salute to my guy, man, Nav, man. I agree with you. They had a trio of wide receivers out there, man. And another guy, man, Dylan Johnson, a lot of people aren't talking about that running back out there. He's another sneaky guy that you can get in those later rounds. Salute to my guy, Nav. Salute to Richard C in the building, man. You already know. Salute to the 1,300 people in the building. Let me see. Who's a couple of your favorite linebackers at different points in the draft? Well, me personally, I'm not targeting a linebacker until at least the third round, Torque. And that's where I think the run begins. The Peyton Wilsons, the Jeremiah Trotter Juniors, which I have a feeling that Trotter falls to the fourth round. I have this nagging suspicion he falls to the fourth round. And then, Edrin Cooper, I think, and he may be the first one. If I have to pick a linebacker that's the first guy off the board, it's going to be I'd say Edrin Cooper has the potential of going in the second round. He could be the first linebacker off the board. But Peyton Wilson, Edrin Cooper are two of my favorites in this year's draft. Then the second wave, the Jeremiah Trotters, which if he's available in the fourth, I would definitely take a flyer on him. The Cedric Grays out of North Carolina, definitely take a look at him. But I would also look at Tommy Eichenberg, a guy that his draft stock fell for some reason, but he may be available in that fifth, sixth round. Take a look at Tommy Eichenberg, and then take a look at Omar Speights, also another guy that I feel his draft value dropped a lot because that LSU defense was shit. Omar Speights, 6'2", linebacker, sideline to sideline guy. Keep an eye on him also. Salute to Potbelly, my dog. There's always a surprise pick in round one, like the Falcons take a running back in round one. You know what, though, Potbelly? That was the clear-cut best running back in that year in that draft. And I think Bijan Robinson is going to be a superstar at some point. Last year they didn't really play him the way they needed to. This year, he is going to unlock all that potential. I think Atlanta got a steal. You know what I'm saying? And Jahmyr Gibbs, too. Potbelly, right? Nobody assumed Detroit was going to take a running back in the first round, but they did. And look, it worked out for him. You know what I mean? So I just think, if anything, a surprise pick to me would be Atlanta taking a Michael Penix Jr. or taking a quarterback to back up Kirk Cousins. I think that would be a miss for them. I think a surprise pick would be a quarterback there. Maybe even, I don't know where the Chargers are going yet. It could be a tackle. It could be a wide receiver. I'm kind of getting closer to it, to taking a tackle. I think Joe Alt may be off the board to the Chargers because they're going to want to run the football a lot out there. And this is a deep wide receiver class. They can secure a few, in that second to later round and just going on up. But I think a surprise pick would be Atlanta taking a quarterback. Not a running back this year, but a quarterback. Salute to Nada, my guy, man. What up, nation? Today is the day. Salute to my dog, man. DeMarcus, no. No. And I love my guy over there, Raider Film. Salute to my dog. But no, I don't think he should be a guard at the next level. And if you have him rated as a guard, then don't take him at 13. Personally, if you're going to get an offensive lineman in the first round, get you a tackle, not a guy that you think will probably play guard at the next level. You know what I mean? Because there's a shit ton of guards that are going to be available in those mid rounds. So I wouldn't do that. But I think Fuaga is going to be a tackle. Salute to Hug, man. Relax, King. Relax, my father. Salute to my guy, man, and all the new members in the building because of my dog, Hug D's, man, my bro, man. Appreciate you, brother. Yes, Raider Rudy. And salute to all the new members in the building because of Hug. Graphk the GOAT live on draft day. We're going to be live again tonight. We're going to be live again at the draft. We're going to do a live after the draft, so stay tuned. We're going to be active all day long. Let me see. Rebel, as Raider fans, we're always nervous, man, right? But I think this is the least nervous I've been ever with the Raiders draft. Like, least nervous ever, because I look at it like this. You take a massive jump and you find a way to get Jaden Daniels, which we would all be ecstatic, or you stand pat at 13. You take your starting right tackle of the future, or your starting corner of the future with Quinyon Mitchell or Terrion Arnold, or you take your starting quarterback with Michael Penix Jr. I'm not too nervous, man. I'm not. I think this is the most I've been able to breathe going into an NFL draft as a Raider fan, man. My whole life I've been like, oh my God, what the hell are we going to do? I'm not too nervous about this one. My anxiety is at an all-time low right now. I'm cool. Salute, Rebel, man. Just breathe, brother. You're going to be okay, man. Salute to AR once again on the $10 donation. I appreciate you, brother, for everything that you do for the channel, man. Graphk, have you watched Cam's podcast, 4th and 1? If so, did you hear his answer for the best city to trash talk him? He mentioned Oaktown as one of the best places for the draft. Just want a good draft. Salute to you, brother. And yes, I do watch Cam's draft. His podcast. I didn't see that, but that's clear, bro. AR, if anyone, I grew up at the Oakland Coliseum. We were throwing batteries at other players and shit like that. Like, that is the biggest shit talking building I've ever seen in my life. I mean, people were throwing drinks at Derek Carr after losing that last game in Oakland against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I mean, I seen people in the 90s, AR, take off their Dan Marino jerseys, the John Elway jerseys, and wrap themselves with a Raider blanket because they were afraid to root for their favorite players and their favorite teams. So I have to agree, Oakland is just different. It's bar none the number one shit talking and craziest Coliseum that I've ever seen in sports all across the board. Salute to Mike Downs, man. Docs, I can feel it. We're building a bully. I can't wait for us to punk slap Kansas City next season twice. Salute to my guy. Nose ring, y'all. Nose ring. No booger. Nose ring. No booger. Salute to my guy, Mike Downs, man. Salute to El Chito on becoming a member. Also, appreciate you, brother. If you guys want to become a member like El Chito, hit the link. It's pinned up top. One of the best ways to support what we do over here. Victor, my dog, man. I appreciate you, brother. Have a drink on me. I'll be living through you this week. Raiders! I'm definitely going to get me a beer out there in Detroit, man. Victor, my brother, I appreciate you, King. Salute. Thank you for watching, and thank you for supporting, man. Means a lot to me. Let me see. Lit time work is magic. Talk that shit, Lou. Talk, Lou. I want to ask you guys in the chat real quick before we get moving, man. I want to ask you guys, what do you have us at 13? In the chat, real quick. I want you guys to flood the block, flood the chat. Who do you guys have us taking at 13? Troy says, what up, Graphk? My plane board's at 2, headed to the draft. You coming out? Yes, my flight leaves at 3 Central Time. So I'll be heading out at 3 o'clock, somewhere around that time. AC, I'm fired up. Today we get on the championship run. Talk that shit, AC. Marcus, my guy, I believe Penix is going to 11 to the Vikings in May Falls. Okay. Interesting, Marcus. Okay. Can definitely see Minnesota taking a quarterback at 11, though, but I still have a feeling they're going to trade up and secure their guy, which I think is going to be J.J. McCarthy. But you may be on to something, Marcus. Salute to you. Yeah, draft starts at 8 p.m. Eastern time, you guys. A lot of Fuagas. Afatu, okay. Michael Penix, okay. Torque has Terrion Arnold. A lot of Fuagas. Damn, Jose has us reaching at 13 and taking Braden Fisk. Salute to my brother East Coast. Have a safe trip, Graphk. Have fun, bro. Smoke a stogie for me and the boys. I got you, King. Salute to my dog. Let me see. Fuaga, Penix. A lot of Penix. Okay. Quinyon Mitchell. There we go. But pretty much the same names. You know what I'm saying? So this is why, you guys, I'm not too much worried because I think we're all on the same page. I think us, our organization, our general manager, our head coach, I think we all kind of have an idea of where we are going in this draft. And I think you guys just proved our point right here that there's only a certain amount of names that I think we're gonna look at right there at 13. Salute to 11. Do you think we leave the first round with 1 or 2 picks? It's gonna be interesting, man. If you don't, the only way we don't, you know what? 11. I'm gonna say we leave with 2 picks. Why not? I say we leave with 2 picks. I say we trade back up, whether it's for a quarterback or a tackle. I think we trade back up. Let's do a bold prediction here. I think we move back up. I think we lead the first round with 2 picks. Salute to DeMarcus once again, my dog. My ex-coworker said they made him take off all his Steeler shit in the bathroom. And I'm telling you, bro, it was real out there. I seen it. I seen it. Try to tell you, my brother B had, you guys know Brandon. He had season tickets. I seen it. I seen it, man. I seen it with my own eyes. Salute to my guy, DeMarcus, man. My brother. Thank you for always supporting what we do over here, brother. Let me see. Punk says, yo, Graphk, Fuaga, if there, then look into MPJ. Best fit for us if we do what we cost us OG to trade back up to the first or early second. If MPJ is there, it's kind of all over the place, brother. Are you saying, what do you think it's going to cost us to move up to get our quarterback? I think that's what you mean. If we had to trade back up for Michael Penix Jr., are you saying what that would cost us? Because it's going to cost us our second round pick for sure. Maybe our third round pick. Maybe we trade up, you guys, and we have no picks tomorrow. Wouldn't that be crazy? Friday comes, second day, that second and third round, we don't have any picks because we already got our tackle and our quarterback of the future. It may be that. Maybe we trade our second and third round pick And to move back up into the first, I can see that. And maybe at most a future pick next year in 2025. I can see that. Let me ask y'all that. Would you guys be comfortable with doing that? If you can secure your quarterback and your right tackle in the first round, are you guys okay with not drafting in the second day? I'm okay with it. I'm fine. I'd be okay with going through the second and third round without any picks. If we can figure out the quarterback position and the right tackle position, I'd be okay with that. I'd definitely be cool because there's going to be a shit ton of talent there still in that 4th to 7th round in the third day. Salute to my guy, Ridgeback, my dog, man, my brother. Salute, Graphk, Drake, Mayo May. Salute to Ridge. Ridge may be on to something. Graphk, what do you think of Jerry and Jones at a FSU in the third round? Salute to my guy, Jose, man. Hold on real quick. Let me look up some of his stats. Not even going to act like I'm too familiar with homie like that. Let me see. Another corner out there, huh? See, I like Jerry. I'm not very familiar with this dude's game, but I would take Green, Jose. If we're going to keep it Florida State, I'll go Ronaldo Green there in the third round. I'm looking at his stats right now. Former Mississippi State guy. He's a 5th round projection. So they have him as a 5th round guy. I think it'd be a reach in the third round. If you're going to get a corner in the third, I'm always going to say, Jose, to look at the names that we talked about. You know what I mean? The Kyries, the Cam Harts, Ronaldo Green out of Florida State. Even our young pup that we like a lot out of Georgia. I think he may be available if he doesn't go in the second round. So Jerry and Jones will probably be a reach in the third round. I'm not very, very familiar with the guy's game, but I'm going off of what some of the experts say. It looks as though he's a 5th round pick. Salute to you on a $10 donation, my brother. Salute to El Chito. Y'all ready for Rosengarten at 13? Now that would be a reach. That would be some shit where I would be very, very upset with, man. Very, because I've been said that I think he's going to be a guard at the next level. That would be nasty, nasty work. Holy shit. Wow. Okay, everybody's okay with not drafting in the second day. I like it. But yeah, Jose, I'm not too familiar. Paper Chase says Jerry's going to be an all-pro slot guy. Okay. I haven't done my homework on bro like that. No, Jose, I mean, bro, everybody drafts differently, brother. Like, you never know. If he's available in the third and Tom Telesco thinks he can be that guy, hey, great. But if he's a slot guy, though, Jose, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, does he move around? Can you put him on the perimeter and all that good stuff? Because if you can move him around, okay. But we already have our guy in the nickel with Nate Hobbs. Jesse, I am going to the draft. My lift is about to be here soon. And I'll be heading out. Looks like the Giants are trying to trade up to get draft May, you guys. It looks as though Drake May is a guy the Giants want to look at. They may be trying to move up. It's going to be interesting. Salute to Verbal. Give me the best, worst, and satisfactory scenario based off the first 2 picks. What 2 players would you choose based off those 3 scenarios? Well, this is without the Jaden Daniels because it's not, I don't think that's going to happen. But best would be Michael Penix and Fuaga. Okay, those will be that'd be the best 2. And what I mean by that is Verbal. You're taking one at 13. You're probably going to move back up into the first to get one. The worst would be taking Quinyon Mitchell, and then all those quarterbacks are off the board, and then you have to reach for a quarterback like a Spencer Rattler in the second round, which I like Rattler, but I think that it would be a reach if you took him there in the second round. So worst case scenario would be taking a corner, then you miss out on your tackle, you miss out on your quarterbacks, and then you go get a guy like Spencer Rattler that with a lot of draft boards, he's available in the 3rd or 4th round. So that would be worse because then you're probably missing out on, your tackle and one of those top quarterbacks. So I think that would be a disaster, bro. And I like Quinyon Mitchell. I love him, but I think that our corner room is underrated. I think that Jack Jones is going to take that next step this year. I don't think it's necessarily a need. I think you can get a corner later. But I think the worst case scenario for me would be to get a corner and then miss out. It'd be great to get a corner, but miss out on one of those top tackles or that second wave of quarterbacks, which would be a Michael Penix or a Bo Nix. Satisfactory scenario based off, okay, I gave it to you. Salute to my guy, Verbal, man. Appreciate you, brother. But I think the best bet would be where we are and where we're drafting, is somehow, some way that you end up with a Fuaga and you end up with a Michael Penix Jr. That'd be great. And it'd be even better, verbal, if you ended up just taking Michael Penix in the second round. If he just fell and we took him and didn't have to use anything to move up, that would be a perfect scenario. Perfect. If you can get Fuaga at 13 and then you can end up getting Michael Penix at 44, that'd be phenomenal. But I don't think it's going to happen. Salute to Omar. My guy, man, if KS did the right ring around the rosy in Oakland, they would have been shot. Also, I don't want a corner with the first round pick. I think we need to trade back. We have holes. Salute to my guy, Omar. And that's facts. They would have played that shit in Oakland, bro. They wouldn't have made it out alive, bro. I promise you, they would not have made it out alive at all. Salute to you, man. And we definitely have some holes to fill. I would have no problem with moving back and picking up some additional draft capital. Salute to Leo, my guy, man. Salute my brother. Safe travels, man. Appreciate you, King. Salute the Nav, man. Is no bad pick at 13, to be honest. Tone set for rest. There you go. There you go, my brother. Salute the Nav, man. Raider wasted. We're trading up to get Bowden. Oh, my God, bro. Don't put that shit into the universe. Don't do it. Don't do it. Salute to Denny. Keep it a buck. F all the bullshit. Penix at 13 and best OL or corner for Raiders fit. Just win, baby. Salute to my guy, Denny, man, on the $5 donation. Appreciate you, brother. Let me see. We got to take a quarterback at 13. Now, I mean, hey, if Penix is available, I have no problems. No problems at all taking him that early. But I do believe you do not want to miss out, like I said before, on that first wave of tackles, man. There's a lot of talent there in round one. Sean Lee, thanks for all you do, Graphk. Matt Miller just re-released his mock with Vegas taking Fuaga at 13 and trading up to 27 for MPJ. That would be a perfect scenario, Sean. I love it. And we've been talking about that potential move since last year. Like, real talk. Like, if that happens, phenomenal. I think that we would all, as Raider fans, be ecstatic to know that we just, we identified our quarterback and our right tackle duo of the future. That'd be great. That'd be great. Let me see. He said, I'll break shit if we draft Penny. Damn, bro. Tori, you really don't like the kid. Hey, this good, King. Hey, if you entitled to your own opinion, brother. Paper Chase says, Scout has predicted we take Quinyon at 13. He hasn't been wrong for 2 years. Let me say something about Scout. I love my brother Scout. You guys know this. This is my little bro, okay? What Scout does is throw a million names out there, and then he just come on, man. I seen the Alex Leatherwood. I seen the Tyree Wilson thing, but he covers this draft every year. He knows a lot of these names. He does a phenomenal job breaking down the draft. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be real. The Leatherwood pick, if that just came out of anywhere, that was crazy that he got that right. Tyree wasn't a major. That wasn't a big, like a major. Oh my God, he got it right. And Quinyon Mitchell wouldn't be one either. You know what I mean? Like that's not a bold take here, Paper Chase. You know what I mean? And that's why I want Scout to pull up on our annual draft show tonight or tomorrow, because I want to cook his boots a little bit for him doing that. That's not a bold take. Quinyon Mitchell at 13 is not a bold take at all. It's not. And last year Tyree Wilson was not a bold take, in the top 10. So, but the Leatherwood pick was a little insane. I can definitely give little bro his flowers for that, but salute to my guy Jose on the $10 donation, man. Appreciate you, brother. I'm torn between wanting us to draft Penix, Mitchell, or Fuaga. I lean more towards Fuaga because he reminds me of I always butcher his name. Sewell, right? And he just got paid an astronomical amount of money, and rightfully so, Jose. Detroit did right by their guy. They paid him a shit ton of money. The young pup out of Oregon, man. You know what I mean? I agree with you. I can kind of see. I think that Sewell was a lot. Let me say this. I think Sewell was head and shoulders above Fuaga right now. You know what I'm saying? Fuaga can be one of those guys at the next level. I do believe that he could be one of the best right tackles, but I can't. Reminding me of him, I know they're both ooses. I know they both played, in Oregon, Oregon State, Oregon. I can see the similarities there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna bring my expectations a little bit down. If you can get if Fuaga ends up being Sewell, oh my God, bro. Holy shit. Like we killed the draft. You know what I mean? But if he can play anywhere near the level of Sewell, look, we killed it. We killed it. Salute to my guy Jose. Let me see. No error. He did. He actually put it out there. He said that he has us taking Quinyon Mitchell at 13. Go to his Twitter, brother. He already put it out there this morning. Yeah. I mean, that was a clear cut. Like, you know, you go get him and you have an anchor on your O-line forever. Yeah. But I agree with you. I think that Fuaga needs to get better in pass pro, definitely. But he's just a run great. Like what do they call it? Like this dude is he's a mauler in the run game. You know what I mean? Like, and guess what we're gonna do a lot, Paper Chase? We're gonna run the football in Luke Getsy's system. We're gonna run the football a lot. And if you can get a guy like Fuaga that is great in the run blocking and still has a little bit left, you know, he leaves a little desire for in pass pro, we can work on that. I think James Craig can get him right. Road grader. There you go, Richard. Salute my guy. Let me see. Troy, for sure, brother. Have a safe trip, man. Yeah, Mike Downs. I hear you, bro. Exactly. You win games in the trenches. So build the lines like properly ran organizations. I hear you, brother. I hear you. Caltech, I don't really have a bold take. I think this is going to be a very predictable first round. I do. I don't really have any bold takes, to be honest. And it's weird because this year, I don't know. But I don't know. Maybe I put it out there before. Maybe my bold take is Spencer Rattler going in the second round at the end of the second. I think that he ends up being like the mayonnaise man of this year. So maybe he ends up being gone in the second round. If that's a bold take, I have Spencer Rattler potentially being gone in the second round. I think a team takes a flyer on him, they develop him, and they see what they got with him. So I don't know if that's technically a bold take, but I have maybe Spencer Rattler going in the second round. And maybe another bold take. Let me think about it. I know the Cowboys are talking about bringing Ezekiel Elliott back. They met with his people out here in Dallas yesterday. But maybe another bold take is the Cowboys take a running back in round 2, if that's even a bold take, and they look at a Trey Benson or a Jonathan Brooks out of Texas. So I don't think that's really technically a bold take, but running back in the second round for the Cowboys, and maybe a team takes a flyer on Rattler in the second. Let me see. I don't think that's a bold take. I think that Denver is very realistically, like they're a realistic team to take Bo there in the first round. So I don't think that's a bold take at all. Let me see. Regardless of getting a quarterback early, would you take a risk on Travis in the later rounds as well? If you get one, there's no need for that, JD, because we already have a shit ton of quarterbacks at that point. Let's just say you take Penix in the first round, right? Is Travis a necessity at that point? You got Aiden O'Connell, who's started at the NFL level already. You have Gardner Minshew, who's won a shit ton of games at the NFL level, and then you have an Anthony Brown on the practice squad. So I wouldn't do that. Now, if he falls just off of boards completely, which I don't see happening, but if he goes as a UDFA, hell yeah, bring him in. But I wouldn't draft 2 quarterbacks at all. There's no reason for it. You have 2 very capable quarterbacks already on your roster with another one on the practice squad that's actually started a game or 2 as well, I believe. So there's no real reason to go get 2 quarterbacks. Realistically, 24, that's where I would target my corner or my linebacker. Realistically, I'm hoping we get our quarterback and our tackle before then, and then we can look at either best player available, and if Braden Fisk somehow, some way falls to the third, I'd get him. But I'm targeting a corner or a linebacker there in the third round. That's where I would probably look at. And then the fourth would be the running back, wide receiver, who's the best player available there. And then the fifth, I'll probably target a guard. Salute to Gilmore, my guy. Yo, watch you all the time. Penix is in one take a shot on me tonight. Raiders. Salute to my guy Gilmore. I appreciate you, brother. Oh, he said Penix in the first. Take a shot on me tonight. Salute to my guy, man. I appreciate you, Gilmore. Thank you for the kind words too, brother. I appreciate your viewership, brother. Real talk. It means a lot to me, man. Salute to Nab, man. Yes. Ray Davis, the best running back in this draft. I don't care what nobody says. Ray High Stakes Davis out of Kentucky. I don't see us trading it. I don't. And to be real with you, VA, I don't see us trading any player today. Any at all. I think there's only one player that you could potentially think about moving that would potentially bring you something in value, and it would be Malcolm Kuntz. But I don't see that happening. I don't see us moving on from anybody. I think that we are, our roster stays intact and we just add on to it. I don't see us moving anybody. You got to think about it. VA, there's not one person in the building right now that is upset about their contract, right? There's no one upset about, oh man, it's my last year of my deal. I need to get paid or I'm not showing up to, there's nobody. Nate Hobbs knows he has a lot to prove, on his last year of his deal. Merrick has a lot to prove. He has not done enough to be screaming and shouting about a new deal. Divine Diablo hasn't done enough to be screaming and hollering about a new deal. So, I love where we are at this point. Just a bunch of dogs that know that they have to earn their keep around here. But I don't see us moving on from anybody. Tim, it could be interesting because what St. Brown got yesterday from the Detroit Lions, absurd amount of money, and he's a dog, one of the best wide receivers in the league. I love to see these guys get their bread. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be honest, man. Ayuk, the Niners, it sounds like they want too much for him. It sounds like they want a first-round draft pick. I don't see Jacksonville moving a first-round pick for them. I don't see the Colts moving a first-round pick for him. I don't see Buffalo moving a first-round pick to pay this guy north of $25 million a year. So I think he'll be with the Niners. I think he'll be very upset this year that he's playing on his fifth-year option. And then if he balls out, they'll probably end up tagging him the following year. So I don't see him moving tonight. I don't. Am I missing some supers here? Salute to Raider Ryan, my guy, man. Christmas is finally here. Good thing because my anxiety can't take it anymore. Salute to the nation. This will be our franchise-changing year. Raiders. Salute to my guy, Raider Ryan. Appreciate you, brother, on the $5 donation. Salute to Black Sales also. Yay! Good morning, brother. Draft day. My mock is Quinyon at 13, Edgerrin Cooper at 44, and Rattler at 77. What's my grade, y'all? I'm going to be real. Shit, bro. To be real, I'll give you A. I mean, but you know what? I can't because we missed out on right tackle. Where are you getting your tackle at? Who's your tackle? I give it a B-. I love Quinyon. He's the best corner in this draft. I believe that. Edgerrin Cooper is the best linebacker in this draft as well. And then Rattler's a sneaky quarterback, but who's your tackle? That's where the nerves settle in right there. I'm going to give it a B-, Black Sales, because you did not target a right tackle. Now, if you took Edgerrin Cooper out of there and took maybe say a Guyton fail, I'd give that an A. Or let's just say you switched Cooper with Michael Penix Jr. You got Quinyon, Michael Penix, and then Blake Fisher in the third round. I'll give that an A+. Salute to you, though, my brother. Salute to the 1,500 plus people still rocking with me, man. Draft day, you guys. Tonight's going to be a big one for our organization, man. I'm excited to see where we go. Once again, I'm not going to get really too bold with these predictions. I realistically think there's a few names that we're going to look at, the Michael Penixes of the world, the Fuagas, the Quinyon Mitchells, the Terrion Arnolds. I don't think this is going to be an insane, like I said, unpredictable first round for us. The most unpredictable would be for us to trade back into the first round and make 2 picks, which is still very realistic. So I just, the most crazy shit would be to still find a way to move up to the top 3 and secure Jaden Daniels. But I think that's a pipe dream at this point. Salute to the Mokes. Tick tock, Raiders on the clock. Who are we going to pick? Who are we going to cop? So tell me, Docs, what do we got to do, G, but scream out Raiders like a bunch of groupies. My dog, the Mokes, out here rapping this shit, man. Salute to my guy, the Mokes, on a $10 donation, man. I appreciate you, brother. You crazy. This draft definitely feels different, Sam. It definitely does, man. Because we don't have a lot of holes to fill, but we have glaring holes. So it feels different that we know we don't need, a million players at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the needs that we have are glaring. The quarterback, the right tackle, those are glaring needs. You know what I mean? But it does feel different because, it's a deep class for every position outside of defensive tackle. And what I mean by that is that's a It's a defensive tackle early, heavy, heavy in the first 2 rounds. Like after that, it's like I don't really see too much potential at the defensive tackle position going from that 3rd round and up. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I hear you, man. Pause, Hug D's. Pause. Salute to Larry. My pick is Telesco goes after the person closest to Herbert, trades up for May. Shit. Okay, Larry. Okay. And, we've talked about Drake May a lot over here, but the thing is, it just hasn't been any conversation up to this point about us, wanting Drake May. So it's just, to me, it still feels like a reach because I don't know. I haven't heard anything about us. There's not been any ties to Drake May. But hey, if we do go up and get him, we might have just pulled the most craziest silent assassin shit in the world. Tom Telesco moving up to get Drake May. Brave says Still Chambers sounds like a Raider. Another guy at Ohio State. I can see that. Let me see. Khalil says hot take. Daniels gets done like Tunsil when he drops to 13. I would love that, bro. It's not going to happen, but I would love it. Ooh, MA, that's a bold take. Marvin Harrison falls out of the top 10 due to run on quarterbacks, OT, and a few defensive players mixed in. Okay. I don't see him leaving the top 10 at all, brother. But if he does, maybe somehow, some way, Indianapolis moves up and goes and gets Marvin Harrison Jr. It just sounds right. It sounds like it happened before because it's happened before. If he somehow, some way fell to the top 10, I can see Indianapolis going up and getting their guy. That'd be insane, though. That would be insane. I don't see it, but because of the need, Arizona needs one. You know what I mean? The Jets can use another wide receiver. Interesting, though. Salute to OJ Raider, my guy, man. Most Raider thing that can happen today, 0 quarterbacks. I don't think in any world, OJ, we leave without a quarterback. Regardless, even if it's a later round guy, Jordan Travis was a guy that we had a top 30 visit with out of Florida State. I don't think in any world we leave without a quarterback today. I think they want to add as much talent to that quarterback room as possible and have those guys battle it out in camp. So I don't see it. I don't see it. Now, people may be mad if we don't target one in the first 2 to 3 rounds. Yeah, then it's like, what the hell? What? But we're not. There's no way we leave without a quarterback. It's not going to happen. Eli, I don't see it. I don't see it. Because remember, you got to pay that man. And why move on from Keenan Allen or why move on, from the other guy, Mike? If you could have just paid those guys. You could just pay them. Like why trade for a guy in Brandon Ayuk and then have to pay him a shit ton of money? I think that'd be irresponsible from Jim Harbaugh and those guys. And in a wide receiver deep class, you can end up with Malik Neighbors there at 5. You can end up with a Rome, or Brian Thomas or one of those guys. It makes no sense for them to do that. Let me see. James, I like Rattler. I'm one of those guys that, I'm high on Spencer Rattler. I know a lot of people don't like him, and rightfully so. I get it. He hasn't played up to, the potential that he had early on in his collegiate career, but I like him. I like Spencer Rattler. If you somehow, some way find a way to get him, let's just say we go corner tackle and we find a way to get Spencer Rattler in the 3rd round, I would love it. Let me see. I think I'm missing something. Salute to everybody here rocking with me, man. Salute to AR, my guy. Graphk, I know you did music. What do you think of all these diss tracks going on? Not to take away from talking ball. I love it, man. That's what hip hop was built on, AR. That's the foundation that it was built on, is battle rap. I love battle. All I do is watch battle. I don't even listen to rap music no more. I watch URL, RBE, and all those other, even smaller leagues and shit like that. So I love it. I think it's healthy for the business. I think that it's a necessity at this point to bring some type of entertainment value around hip hop again, because it's starting to fall off. You can see, looking at, the top 20, top 100 and all that. It's like Drake and Future, the only guys there at these, Like hip hop needs a shot in the arm at this point. So I love it. It's a necessity at this point. I hope more people battle it out these next few weeks. Yeah, Cowtown definitely been really quiet on the Jordan Travis front. You know, and I've talked about it before at Cowtown when I watched him, you know, throw the ball a few times. I don't know where he was. It was at some pro day or some shit. He couldn't even throw off the back of his foot. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people were saying that he was going to be ready for, you know, football activities late in April. I don't think that he's ready yet. You know what I mean? But if we did take him in those later rounds, I wouldn't be upset at all. I wouldn't be upset at all. I think it'd be cool. You know, you can sit him, red shirt him, and just run with the guys you got. Joe, man, I have a lot of them. Pimping ain't easy. We still in my unbiased streets. Hey man, I got to start I got to get another Facebook page, bro. I used to love that shit. We used to be in there flaming shit. But Joe, I'd have to say, and I know we're kind of derailing the show a little bit. It's draft day, but I'll go real quick. Love Daylight, even though he's a troll. Ill Will was one of my favorite battle rappers ever. Danny Myers is one of my favorite battle rappers ever. Rum Nitty, one of my favorite battle rappers ever. And then number 5, I'll go Geechee Gotti. I know it sounds like I'm West Coast biased, but I like those guys. So those are my top 5. Now, if we're doing all time, it's different. A-Verb, Sirius Jones, you know what I mean? Like I can go into my bag of all time, but my favorite guys now would be those guys, even though Daylight's not really active. Salute to my brother, man. I should have been there with you right now, bro. I'm so pissed. Waste is out there about to burn 5 hours running around the D, man. Nasty work on my part, bro. Salute to my brother Wasted, man. I'm going to call you after this live, brother. My lift is on the way to pick me up right now. Dalon definitely spits hot fire, man. Salute to my boy Tay. Me and Wasted are going to be doing a hip-hop blog out there in Detroit, too, doing the top 5 artists out of Detroit. So stay tuned for that. Let me see. A few more questions, you guys, before I get out of here. I think I got about 10 minutes before my lift gets here. Salute to Martin, man, my guy over the seas. Salute to my dog, man. And salute to the 1,532 people still in the building, you guys. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. If you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. Oh, real quick also, you guys, wanted to tell you, Any Given Sunday sauce is now available on Amazon. So if you want to support the hot sauce, go to Amazon, type in Any Given Sunday sauce. We're now available on Amazon, and also go to OakLosVegas.com. Get you some drip. My dog is in there crazy right now. Chloe. She in there tweaking right now. Let me see. Oh, okay. Perfect. Wasted said he's going live right after this. You at the airport? Salute to my brother, man. Salute to Martin. I appreciate that, brother. And I got some new music on the way, so stay tuned. Let me see. Salute, Bean. The sauce is fire. My dog, man. I appreciate you. And when I get back, I'm going to give away some bottles, you guys. So stay tuned for that. When I get back from Detroit, we're going to be giving a few bottles away. We're going to do some giveaways and all that good stuff and shoot some stuff to our members, man. So stay tuned for that. DC Raider Rich, man. Probably, bro. Salute to Zach, man, my guy. I'm telling you, Graphk, May would be a dream scenario. Might have the most upside in the draft. Also, what player would you think will fall? What player would you think will fall in the first? I mean, it's probably Michael Penix. That'd be the only guy that I can see that would potentially fall down boards. Maybe one of these tackles fall. You know, I don't. Maybe a J.C. Latham, even though I still have him rated very high. Jazir Newton, Zach, a guy that was a top 10 pick at one point out of Illinois as a defensive tackle. I have him dropping. Maybe a Byron Murphy also because of the run on quarterbacks, the run on tackles, and the run on wide receivers. I could see Byron Murphy falling down to the end of the first round as well. So those are some names to keep an eye on. Let me see. Yes, JD, we do ship internationally, brother. Appreciate you, Martin. Nah, man, I can see that. I can see that, bro. A team that has a quarterback on one more year left on his deal, and they maybe Dallas gets a little crazy today and moves up and identifies a quarterback. But the thing is now, man, they need a tackle because they're starting left tackle left, right? Went up to the Jets. They need a running back. They can use another receiver. That would be crazy though. That'd be crazy. Let me see. All right, man. Let me get out of here, you guys. Let me get ready for this flight. Appreciate you guys. If you can, go over there. I know Waste is about to go live on his phone, probably from the airport. So go support one of our brothers. I will be in Detroit in the next few hours, you guys. Once we get out there, me and Wasted will be live, going crazy with the draft talk. I'll be there. I'm not going to do a final mock, Zach, because I'm going to be real with you. I kind of beat the draft to death this year, and I think you guys kind of got an idea with the players I like. You know what I mean? And the players that I would like to have on this roster. So I'm going to be real with you. I'm not going to do a final mock. You guys know the players that I would love to see as Raiders. And if you hear those names called today, oh, man, we're going to celebrate like crazy. And salute to Kenny on the way out, man, my dog. What a great week. Got married on Sunday, and now the draft day. Let's make these picks count. Salute to the Raider gang. Let's go. Congratulations, brother, on getting married, man. It's a beautiful thing. As a fellow married man, brother, there's nothing like it, man. Salute to you, brother. On the way out, everybody, give our brother Kenny his flowers for getting married, man. Salute to you, brother. I hope everything works out for you and your new wife, man. Salute. You guys, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I will see you in Detroit tonight for the first round of the 2024 NFL draft. This is the year our Raiders get this shit together and we turn into a winning organization and a perennial playoff team. This draft this week is going to turn this organization into a perennial playoff contender. Mark my words. Real talk. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm out. One.
That's what I'm talking about.